What's happening, guys? My name is Michael Collins and I made this channel. This is the first video on the channel and it's why I quit smoking weed and why I quit using all drugs and cigarettes as well, for that matter. So let's get right into it. So weed never did anything good for me. Yes, I used to like how it felt. I used to enjoy getting high with my friends. It used to feel nice. But it started causing me problems. I started to procrastinate on my goals. I started to notice when my life wasn't going where I wanted it to be. And I found myself escaping my reality instead of building my reality. I found myself becoming less and less disciplined. And I noticed it causing problems long time ago, but I kept on doing it. And I always had this challenge, like to stop and to start. I'm going to go take a piss while I make this video, but you're not going to see anything. But I fucked up my life from that shit, to be honest with you guys. And it caused me such a lot of problems that it's hard to actually talk about it. And I'll tell you some of the problems that it caused. Like when I was smoking a lot of weed, I was very insecure. I was very self-conscious. I had a lot of paranoia in my mind. And what else did it do to me? It was fucking up my life, man. You know that I had this time where I was in Thailand, where I am now, and I was smoking so much weed that I went into psychosis and I almost died. You know, people say weed is fun and weed is medicinal and all that stuff. Weed made me go in psychosis. I thought that I was like Alexander the Great reincarnated and I was gonna overthrow all the governments and shit like that. I literally believed that. And I mean, I do love Alexander the Great. I've got a coin of his actually from like over 2,000 years ago, original coin. Got the tattoo, his tattoo there as well. I love the guy, but I'm not him. And I thought I was. And I thought people were chasing me, and I like ran away from my apartment and I was like sleeping in the mountains where there's lots of snakes and shit. And I got lost in the mountains and I had to be fucking like captured because I was making videos at this time. I was like a dating coach. I've been a dating coach for a long time. And I had to be like taken away and they put me in a mental asylum. And then I got clean off the weed and all that, and then I went to rehab, and then I decided to smoke weed again. But this time I was trying to do something called the upward spiral of excellence. That's a lifestyle of a lot of discipline. I still believe in it. It's like a lifestyle of daily discipline and dedication to the goals and following principles of consistency and whatever. But I was trying to do that, and I was waking up in the morning at like 2:00 in the morning every day. And I had been clean for like 3 or 4 months. And then I relapsed and I smoked weed. And when I did that, I went straight into psychosis and I threatened my own mother and I like smashed her TV and shit. It's very hard to actually talk about this, but I want to share my experience with you guys about addiction on this channel, and I want to actually upload videos every day because I want to like spread awareness on the danger of drugs, and I want to share like hope with people that you can recover from it if you're going through it at the moment. And anyway, then I did that, and then my mom had me sectioned, and then I got court ordered, and I spent 6 months in a rehab, and it was horrible. I was in a rehab where it was like dormitories, and I had to see my friends who weren't addicts, that didn't smoke weed, and that their lives continued as normal. But my life got completely destroyed from drugs and from weed. And I just want to warn you guys out there that there's this whole agenda out there with the legalization of weed, and that people are saying it's medicinal and all that stuff. And my experience was that it put me in psychosis, and it held my life back, and it made me a much worse person than I am when I'm sober. And I'm making this video to warn people out there, because if you look out there in this fucking world, people are promoting this shit, you know what I mean? And like, they're making it seem like it's normal and stuff like that. And look, if you smoke weed and you want to come on this video and like defend weed, go for it. Like, this video is about my experience with it, and I've had a fucking bad experience with it. And you know, like, you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to mine too. And there was another guy in rehab. His name was Paolo, and he had smoked so much weed that he went in permanent psychosis. And this guy was fucking crazy, man. And he used to like sit in the passageway and like laugh, like demonic laughs, and like collect all cigarettes and fucking like empty out the tobacco and like roll them and stay awake all night. And he lived in the rehab. That was his life. His life was staying in the rehab for good. And it was very, very sad situation for him. But that's what the weed did to him. It put him in permanent psychosis. And when I was in the psychiatric wards, I've been in 2 now, there was other people there also for weed. Weed is dangerous, guys. Like, you know, the media and that and other people will try to convince you, yeah, it's a natural thing, it's fucking medicinal, it treats depression and all this weird shit they claim. But do you know that it causes psychosis? And that I can tell you 100% fact, because that's what it did to me. So now let's get to the other part of the video. What is my life like now that I don't smoke weed? 1,000,000 times better. I'm 1,000,000 times more stable. I'm happier. I don't have that lingering depression. My clarity of mind is better. My impulse control is better. My motivation to work is better. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up with peace of mind. I wake up with clarity. I train every day now. I don't miss my workouts anymore. I eat healthier food. I'm more confident. I'm an all-around better person. And most importantly, I'm not in fucking psychosis. I'm a normal, sane guy now, you know. And the other day I was at the beach and someone walked past like smoking weed, and I thought to myself, like, I had that impulse, like, oh, it would be nice. But, you know, you have to weigh up the reality of these habits, especially when it comes to drugs like weed and cigarettes even, and just look at them and say, okay, bro, like, maybe it does feel nice to smoke weed. I'd admit that. Like, if I smoked weed now, I would smoke it, and I'd feel calm and whatever. But what does that come with? What is the price of that? And like, for me, I get the psychosis and stuff now that I've done it a lot. But even before, it was like, what was the price of it? It was making me isolate myself. It was making me feel happy doing nothing. It was making me disturbed mentally. It had a lot of negative effects, you know. And I've got an interesting thing to share with you guys if you're trying to stop, because this channel is also to help people stop. And this is how I stopped cigarettes. I took out a book. I'll actually show it to you. And I wrote down, I drew like a line down the center of the book, and I wrote down 70 reasons to stop smoking. Check this, I showed it to you. I wrote that, so I made a line down the middle, and I wrote 70 reasons why I will never smoke again. And you can do this with cigarettes, or you can do it with weed as well, or other drugs. And it can help you, you know, like, one good reason is enough to help you stop forever. But I'll read to you why I quit smoking cigarettes, and hopefully this can help you guys. That's why I made this channel, and all that. So please subscribe. I'll be posting a video on here every day actually. So let's go for it. Reason I quit smoking and I will never smoke again. It will kill you. Cancer, emphysema. Smoking goes against the philosophy I teach, the USOE, like self-development, upward spiral of excellence. Smoking is a habit of destruction, not excellence. Because if I don't stop today, I might never stop. It's a waste of money that I could give to a friend. It negatively affects my training and fitness. It goes against my values and causes insecurity. Most of the problems that we face as human beings just comes from going against our values. So what I've done is I have this other exercise that I made with a level 10 version of myself in a line down the page and a level 1 version of myself next to it. And then it shows the values, and the values of my level 10, the values of my level 1. And the level 10 version of myself, the best version of myself, values his health. It makes sense, right? We should value our health. But if you look at how a lot of people live and how I was living before, I wasn't living that. So anyway, to clarify our values is powerful. And I'll show you that level 10, level 1 version exercise in the next video. And okay, it goes against my values and causes insecurity. Because I'll breathe easier. Today will pass and the progress shall remain. It restricts my freedom. I'll be happier, more peaceful, and more confident as a non-smoker. I will be able to help others stop smoking. Stopping smoking will help me become a more patient person. Stopping smoking will reduce my anxiety. I will be grateful I stopped smoking for the rest of my life. If I stop just for today, I will never smoke again. And since this day that I quit, I haven't smoked since, and I will not fucking smoke. I have wanted to stop smoking since I was 17. I promised myself to stop smoking too many times. Smoking has zero benefits to my life and hundreds of negative consequences. My father quit smoking and I'll follow his footsteps. Stopping smoking is a key for me to become the man I admire. People are telling me I can't do it. Smoking is not an act of self-love. Stopping smoking today improves your entire future. Stopping smoking improves your character. Look at these fucking reasons. They're good reasons. If I promote self-discipline and self-development but I smoke, this is highly hypocritical. The challenge of quitting smoking will help me face challenges in the future. Smoking is a habit of the level 1 version of myself. The level 10 version of myself is a non-smoker. My future wife is not attracted to men who smoke or vape. I wish I would have stopped smoking a month ago and already free from the cravings. A month from today, I will be overjoyed that I stopped today. Today is the most valuable asset and time is the most valuable asset and smoking wastes it. The truth will set you free. While I was a smoker, my peace of mind was compromised because subconsciously I was feeling guilty, ashamed, and regretting that I was a smoker. I am strong enough to do this, and doing this will make me stronger. Stopping smoking will make me more mature. That's 35. Now let's do the next 35. It keeps me away from being the level 10 version of myself. It limits my potential. If I had a child, I wouldn't want them to smoke. The difficulty of stopping smoking will make my character stronger for the rest of my life. God's will is for me to quit smoking. Smoking goes against my goals. In one short week, I won't crave nicotine again. So with that, I know this is a weed video, but I'll tell you, with the smoking, it was on the 11th day, the physical cravings went away completely. I will have more self-respect. Stopping smoking will aid in my recovery. My mom and dad encouraged me to stop smoking. I'm excited to tell my parents about my progress. Other people have quit smoking, so can I. The truth is, I don't want to be a smoker. Smoking disturbs my mind. It takes away my peace. I will wake up in the morning breathing easier. My skin will be better, more collagen. If I continue smoking, I could develop emphysema and have major difficulty breathing. Smoking distracts me, wastes my time, and harms me. Stopping smoking will enhance my message of self-development. Smoking is a habit of weakness. Smoking is terrible. Smoking causes me cognitive dissonance and interferes with my peace of mind. In the future, I can help others stop smoking. Smoking holds me back from success. There is zero place for smoking when I review my 1-year, 10-year goals. Stopping smoking will lead to more inspiration, peace of mind, self-confidence, and serenity. Every morning as a smoker, I would subconsciously be disturbed that I smoked. Smoking goes against my conscience. I know it's wrong. Smoking reduces my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Each time I smoke, I am smothering out the delicate voice of my conscience. Every time I smoked in the past, I was deceiving myself. Smoking provides little to no pleasure. I don't even really enjoy smoking. After 4 short weeks, I will never consider smoking again. Even just after 2 hours of being a non-smoker and being honest with myself, I feel relief, inspiration, and better about myself. Each time I make excuses, I become weaker. My goal is to make 2026 and beyond the best years of my life. Smoking does not fit into these plans. So that was the ones for cigarettes, but I mean, like for weed, the same thing applies. Where does weed fit into long-term thinking about success? And that's where people really fuck their lives up, man. When they're just worried about short-term pleasure. Like, yeah, we need to have like some enjoyment in life, but we can enjoy simple things. Eating food, working out, doing work, helping people, like meeting up with friends, making love to a woman. That's always fun. But we can enjoy things without drugs, guys. We don't need that shit. Don't make any excuses. You know, if you're trying to stop this crap, don't fucking make excuses. And don't go back to it. You know, I'm part of this fellowship over here. I'll show you the book. And I mean, it does help me to stop the weed and all that stuff. But one of the things they say, and one of the steps that's so important, is that I am powerless over drugs. And what that means to me is that if I pick weed up, I will be smoking that shit every day. That's my experience. I'm an addict. And the solution is just not to pick it up and to be humble about it and to say, look, bro, if I pick that shit up, I'm a goner. I'm going to just do it forever. And to be honest with myself and just say, look, bro, this shit doesn't do well for your life. You know, when I was smoking weed, I knew it was bad and I lost a lot of progress from it, because this is the thing about weed and cigarettes and other drugs as well, is that it limits people's potential. It takes away that like drive to achieve stuff and feel good from achieving stuff. It takes that away. It's like, nah, bro, feel good, smoke this thing and you'll feel good, you'll feel at peace. But then when I'm sober, I need to earn that feeling of feeling good. I need to do things to make progress, to exercise, to make progress. Then I feel good, I feel inspired. But the thing with the weed and that, it's a cheat. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you made it this far. Leave some comments, it'll motivate me to keep going, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.